Let's take a look at Emporia Country Club, front 9, hole 7. Like we often see at ECC, this is another long, skinny fairway, and it even gets even skinnier about 300 feet out. There's a OB line here you can see, it really necks down. And I don't know, in my opinion, one of the things I notice is there's this gap straight off the tee pad almost between these two trees, almost begging you to throw a backhand up there. And I don't know, I think that's kind of a trap. Uh, there's a tree, or I'm using the bottom chevron as a pointer now, right there. And that tree is uh, pretty close to in line with a lot of really nice backhand drives. And it's sitting in the OB, of course, so you hit it and boom, you're OB. Um, and the distance you're going to gain is not that significant to, in my mind, justify the risk. So I would look at this tempting backhand drive here as sort of a medium risk, low reward kind of shot, and I just wouldn't do it. Um, Now, a lot of times I think my approach here would be driven by the wind, and if I've got a nice little breeze out of the right, like I have here, uh, I would definitely slide to the right, take a turn skip drive, go on a forehand, and this gap, using the bottom chevron again, there's some trees right here on the left. Ideally, you want to stay to the right of those trees. So you want to stay the right of those trees and obviously to the left of this OB where it necks in. So we're going to aim somewhere right in the middle there and try to keep it low below this branch, of course. And with this 2 wind, let's see, I'm going to move over a little bit to the right. We're going to come straight back. Something like that. That's looking pretty good. And there's a ditch right there that can sometimes pop your disc up and get it close to the OB. If not, go OB. But that gives me 214 feet to the basket. Plays probably 20 feet uphill, so it's about 240, right at the limits of the fuse. But let's throw a fuse up there full send and see what it looks like. Let's see. Probably going to catch some. Yeah, okay. The fuse was not a good choice because caught some tree there. But yeah, I got the birdie. The glide skip cloud breaker works on a lot of holes at ECC. I'm not so convinced it's good for this one. I think the turn skip drive is actually better for this hole. But with this wind out of the right, it might work. So let's switch to the forehand. Let's see what it looks like. I think it's going to be challenging the OB on the right hand side, but let's give it a try. Yeah, and if it hadn't hit those branches, that probably would have gone OB right. So I don't think that's a great disc for this hole. Now the other option, of course, is taking it a couple bites instead of going long and then short. You can go short and long. If you've got a wind that you're not comfortable with, like this one's going to try to push you into the OB, you can't take a musket on a backhand and just toss it up here somewhere in the center of this area where it starts to neck down. So that's just short and then just go long, 407. I would go with the Sapphire, but if you don't have the Sapphire, you could use the Musket Glide. And this is obviously a birdie play. So 53 feet for the birdie. So I think that's another option. You could go long or short and then long. So yeah, I think that's my take on Emporia Country Club, front 9, hole 7. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something, and we'll see you around the valley.